Well, an amazing college basketball game by both teams. They made plays. We made plays. They executed down the stretch. We executed down the stretch. They're really good. They're tough. They're physical. But I'm proud of our guys to be able to bounce back in the second half and just find a way to cut that lead and then go make a huge play down the stretch with the underneath out of bounds. We thought they would really commit a lot of guys to Mash, which they should because he's really good at that mid-range. And we told Morris, man, if you could slip to the basket, do it. And I thought Donovan made a great play. The end of regulation, I wanted to foul, and House talked me out of it. That's how stupid I am, that I listened to him. And then he screwed up on the switch. But he was terrific as well. But they made a great play, too. They drew up a great play out of a timeout, and Degenhardt obviously hit a great three. So I'm not just saying this. That was the loudest building I've ever been in. By far, not even close. Our fans were amazing. I felt horrible when we lost to UNLV, the way they showed out. And this was just how many places get these fans at 9 o'clock on a Friday night. And I don't know if they were boozed up because they're a little bit late, but more power to them because they were unbelievable. They affected the game. I couldn't hear myself. That was as good of an environment and as loud of a crowd as I've ever seen. So thank you so much to our fans.
On that last play, you said when Morris slipped down, like, do you guys usually even have him slip on that, or is it always just drawn up for Mash?
I told them I think they're going to chase over hard at Mo. Yeah. No, that's a play that we run, and I thought they would play Mash. Donovan made a great pass, and Morris made a great dive to the front of the rim. So I screwed up in regulation, but I maybe made up for myself.
Is that entirely true? Jalen talked you out of fouling?
Yes.
And he's the one that missed the switch?
Yeah, that's Jalen for you. But he also came back and was one of the best players on the court. So, but, honestly, half kidding, but, we got to do a better job as coaches to, okay, if we're not going to foul, to be clean on our switches. And they burnt us, and they did a great job. I mean, they got it. So fouling isn't always the answer. You actually look at the analytics, it would say don't foul. And we were guarding the three-point line very, very well. So he suggested it, and I didn't think it was a bad suggestion. If you got one of your best players confident, I'm going to roll with them. They ran a great play.
Again, Coach, is that play you drew up in the huddle the winning play?
Yes. Yep. Yes, it was. But you know what? That there were options out of it. Certainly, Mash on a mid-range is a great option. We thought they would commit a lot, so we were just fortunate. But that's the life of a coach. I mean, it's. You feel like the greatest coach in the world 1 second, and then you feel like the worst coach in the world another. So they executed the play brilliantly, but Boise State executed their play, too, at the end of regulation as well.
They tried to throw a ton of different guys down low and disrupt you a lot, but your guys kept coming through in the paint, grabbing rebounds. What did you like about the way they adjusted to Boise State's counters?
Boise is Degenhardt, at first, he's a sophomore, correct? He, as a freshman, you could see, okay, he's going to be a good player, but he's gotten so much stronger, tougher, physical. He's not like your skilled pick and pop four. He can do a variety of things. So he is terrific. Shaver obviously is one of the best guards in the league. Max Rice, the things he was doing in the first half were unbelievable. They're talented. They're well coached. It was just a great college basketball game, and I thought we were better around the rim in the second half for sure.
Coach, Jalen had 2 points in the first half, and then he kind of had some foul trouble and we had to take him out in the second half. How does it feel to see him kind of battle that, but come out of that and not get so deep in his head?
Yeah, I thought he was pretty poised, and then he took over in the second half and made some unbelievable plays around the rim. He wasn't, him and Mash were a little bit off in the first half, and that's why we were able to get 41 points in the second half, which when those guys are on, it certainly helps. Mash was getting his mid-range, but Jalen was really, really poised and made some huge plays in the second half.
Coach, with Donovan, 3 more blocks tonight. I mean, he's becoming one of the better blocking guards. Another 3. First couple games in conference, maybe there was some adjustment, just the Mountain West play. What have you seen in the last few where he just is, just showing out the way he does tonight?
I think just experience. I've said from day one, I think he's one of the best Mountain freshman in the Mountain West. I really believe it, and I believe he's the point guard of the future. And he's got to stay the course. He knew what he signed up for when he got here. That we got some really good guards. And he's going to be a great player as well. And now we're starting to be able to rely on him defensively. He made some great plays down the stretch at the basket off of some high ball screens. He did a really, really good job of making it, a key free throw off an and one. So I think he's going to be really good. I think all of our young guys got great potential.
Josiah is a guy that you guys give like a real specific assignment to every game. I know everyone has assignments, but you put him on Matt Bradley, and you guys hope that works out. Tonight, was there something that could you have seen 18 rebounds coming from Josiah? Did you know?
He's got one of the best motors I've ever seen. 18 rebounds obviously is a lot, but just amazing energy. Never, everybody says House never gets tired. Josiah never gets tired, and he is absolutely relentless. Whether it's on a free throw or rebound, he had an unbelievable play to save it, and then Morris got a dunk. And that's when you're 260 and you're playing like that. That's hard to stop.
You really got hot as a referee out there. What happened on that play?
I don't remember. I was hot with a lot of things. I thought it was, a well-officiated game, so I don't remember. I may have had an outer body experience at times, but I don't remember.
Just trying to be like the fans.
Yeah.
Anything else for Coach?
Yeah, just, again, all-encompassing. What does this win mean for your team? Obviously, going into OT and just battling that. How big is this?
I told our guys, if you got San Diego State, you erased maybe the Fresno loss. You get this one, you erase, and now you're in great shape. You're 5-2 in conference. I believe that's tied for the most in the conference. Boise State was a 20-something Ken Palm. That's a quad one win. So we had to have it, but more than anything, and I truly mean this, we had to have it for our fans. That was, again, I can't stress enough, that was the loudest building I've ever been in. And our fans deserve to walk out of there with a win. To come at 9 o'clock, to leave here probably at about 11:30. You can do special things with a fan base like that. And we're going to be able to build for the future with sending recruits, hey, did you watch that game? And sending them these tweets and all the graphics and all those things. They're going to want to be a part of that. That's why playing here is special. That's why I came here. That's why all these guys came here. And tonight was about as good as I've ever seen.
That check. We've seen great games in here, but it took an extra effort. Refuse to lose, whatever you're going to call it. What do you call it?
Yeah, I think whenever a team hits a shot at the end of regulation like that, it deflates you a little bit because we had it. And I thought we did an amazing job of regrouping, making sure we continue to execute offensively and defensively, and just make one more play than them. But as I said before, either team could have won. That was a phenomenal college basketball game.
You guys, you have a weekend, I guess, to sit on it and think about it, but you guys got another tough one with another team that's right at the top of the standings on Monday. I don't think we're talking to you guys again before, right? What do you know about Nevada? And obviously in these parts, their coach is worth asking about. It's a big game, not just because of the standings, but because of who coaches them too.
Yeah, I have a high level, I may not be popular, but I have a high level of respect for Coach Alford and even Noodles, what they were able to do. What an amazing run. But it's just business as usual. It's not really about who the coach is or who the team is. Nevada's really done a great job of being a little bit more together this year. I think they did a great job of bringing in some good pieces. They can beat anybody. They're talented. So best thing we got to do is get some rest tonight and then just regroup and try to put together a game plan.